question is kind of funny because what else do you want? What more do you want from this situation? Because she sent us a text and said, my husband no longer insists when I say no to him in bed. Instead, he turns around and falls into deep sleep. I need advice, as he should.
Yeah.
As he should.
Yeah.
He has, initiated something. You've said no. Akageuka akalala, as he should. Okay, consent. Consent is consenting. Why you mad? I don't get it. Because 9 times out of 10, if I say no to you and you continue touching me,
I get
or
mad.
humping me, I get irritated
So
so fast.
fast.
I'm like, what the hell? I said no. Like, leave me alone. But now he's respecting your wishes. Why are you mad?
That's the worst part.
Why are you mad? And it brings us to the conversation of who initiates intimacy, okay? Because you won't always be in the mood at the same time.
Yep, that's
One
true.
person will be in the mood, another person's like, you'll be in the mood, and he'll be like, I'm kind of tired. I've had a long day. I'm just not interested right now. So you need you guys to sit down and talk about, or how to have sex. Like, are we gonna make a timetable?
Girl.
It sounds boring, but
Girl.
it works. Because usipoweka hiyo timetable, with the way life is lifing, utapata umefika 3 months.
3 months.
3 months, nothing. Because life is, mnatafuta
is
school
lifing.
fees, mnatafuta rent, units, tokens, stima. So y'all need to figure out what works for you guys, okay? You need to figure out if you're into some CNC, like consensual non-consent, because it's kind of given. What do you mean?
Very much giving.
You need to figure out what you're into, and you need to communicate this. And because, when somebody has rejected you so many times, ata unachoka, and also, do you initiate bamchika wow? Do you go and say, hey, wakemane, hey, things are vinging, like, I feel like I cannot defend you right now because you need to communicate what you want.
Right?
Your husband is not in the wrong. He's simply respecting your wishes.
Absolutely.
And if you are in the need for something, why not initiate it? Imagine being over there all pent up and frustrated because you don't want to initiate, and he said no. He respected your first no. So now you're just like, kwani hakuwa na insist? Kwani hakuwa serious? Girl.
I think there are a few things here that we highlight, including that one, consent, and having a timetable and having things like that. Because we're mature, we're adults. I remember having this conversation the very first time a few years ago when we met, and you're like, "Guy, you have to do like a timetable." And now look at you, girl, look at you. Like, it comes with growth. It comes with, like, the older you grow, Aki, honestly, things change. It's just life, But I think you as an individual, as the woman, also need to understand that your husband turning around and sleeping and falling asleep into deep sleep, as you're stating it, is not a sign that they are unattracted to you. It's not a sign that you are not, what they want still. It's just a sign of he's respecting you enough to understand that you said no and he's going to sleep. I feel like the problem here is that you are equating the falling asleep and dead asleep to the lack of desire, and that's also an issue. You need to find a way to have a conversation about how maybe he needs to express his desire for you and vice versa, because maybe he's also thinking the same thing, and you're just making a lot of this is coming from, 1, lack of communication, 2, lack of understanding whether or not and when you want to have intimacy. Number 3, maybe you have different forms of accepting intimacy. Someone made the most interesting analogy the other day, and I was like, oh, okay, that was interesting. And now I've forgotten it completely, but I'll try and find another one. It's like, if I snap. It's gone. It's really gone. But it was such an interesting analogy about how people have different forms of, like, love languages, right? It was such a nice analogy, and it's gone. Anyway, long story short, even if you keep giving this person, if I come in and give you this vase, and you take the vase, right? And first of all, I haven't told you anything. I've just handed you a vase, right? And you're just like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? You're like, all right, cool, it's nice. Put it on the table. You know, it's a vase on the table. When I gave you the vase, I had intentions. I'm like, this is such a beautiful vase and I want to give it to you because I think you're a nice person and therefore I'm giving you this vase. Now, if you take the vase and you don't understand why I was giving you the vase to begin with, you're just like, all right, cool, it's nice. Maybe she brought it for the table. The way I give without explanation and you receive without explanation or without context can really make people's wires get crossed. And therefore, it's important for you to stop getting your wires crossed, right? Talk to your husband. What's going on? And if you are getting to that point where there's no more sexual chemistry, that's also a difficult conversation to have because a lot of things there need a lot of clarity.